Alright, everyone. A little more change of plans. We are heading down to... Oh, sorry. We're heading down to this bus place. We get to drive a bus, right? We need to do a route here. It's only a route for about... It's a route for about 4 hours. And then we should get about 2 hours of mowing in at our, or clearing out at our, gas station. So we gotta drive all the way up to the bus depot, which is very far away. So I am going to give us a time lapse, and I'll see you guys when we get up there.
Man, I always had stories about the city life.
Alright, everyone. We're here at the bus depot. They're very short-staffed on drivers. I'm the only driver today. So we got some extra stops, and this is our bus. Now, this is their oldest bus on the lot. This is an old Japanese bus. This is generally their backup bus. The other buses are currently getting serviced. This is the only bus right now. So this is very last minute. They called me in. They've been recruiting me for a while. They've been wondering if I could come in. It's a very, very old bus. It's a Japanese bus. But we got a lot of stops to do. We probably got like 30 stops to go to. So we gotta get moving. Alright, it's all starting up. Again, this is very weird. The doors are behind. There is no door right here for people to get in and out. Here we go. She's starting up. Gotta do all the normal bus stuff. I'll let you know when we're ready to go with the inspection and everything. Alright, let's throw this puppy in reverse. Let's get moving. Okay. Gosh, these mirrors don't work. Oh well. Let's back it up slowly. Easy now. Really don't like where they put this. They said they're gonna demolish this shed eventually. And get rid of this bus. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'll let you know when we get to the first stop. Alright, everyone. Our first stop is right here. There's a couple of people who work at the Millery here. Let's turn that on. Doors are open. Alright, people are getting in. People are getting in. People are now in. Can shut all doors. Raise everything up. And let's go. Let's head to the next stop. Alright, guys. We need to turn around because I missed my turn there. Swing around. It's technically not allowed, but nobody needs to know. Nice and easy. I know there's people in here, don't worry, it's fine. They're fine. That was a little rough of a turn, but it will be fine. There we go. Let's flip this in here. This guy is, there's one stop here because there's always this family right here that needs to be taken to town. They're an elderly family, so I'm gonna honk the horn for them to come out. Alright, they should come out. Alright, everything's closed. Let's take off. On to the next stop. All right, everyone. There's a stop coming up right here. Try and take it slow through here. Let's come over here. All right, our stop is right over here. Yep, right over here. All right, let's get everybody on. All right, let's get moving. Here's a stop. All right, let's let everyone get in. All right, let's get moving. Everybody is in, and we are locked and loaded. There we go. Next stop. Here's one. Right here. All right, let's let everyone in. Everybody's in. Let's get rolling on this way. Let's go. All right, here's another stop. All right, we're all locked and loaded. Might need to run over this curb a little bit. Okay, sorry guys. Huh. All right, well, that's another one down. All right, everyone. There is a little bit of an odd stop right in here. I know it looks weird, but there's actually quite a lot of people here at the spinnery. Here's the stop. Let's let people in and out. Alright, we are all locked and loaded. There is a few more stops. We're gonna swing around here. Swing it on around. Let's head on into the shopping center. Alright, let's swing around here. It's kind of odd, but the bus stop is right here in between these two buildings. Right outside Peterson's Sandwich Gold Mine. Who knew? Here it is. Perfect. This is a ginormous stop. Usually, at this rate, we have a full bus. So, there's a lot of people waiting. I'll see you guys there once we're done. Alright, that's another one down. This is a completely full bus. We got a few more stops. Our route requires us to hit the neighborhoods again, hit those stops again. That's why people, generally you'd hit this stop first, but that just wasn't on our route today, so let's hit the neighborhood. Alright, everyone, here's a stop. Let's let people in and out. A few people get out here. Generally, it's a little bit bigger when we head a little deeper here into the neighborhood. So, I'll see you guys at the next stop. Alright, everyone, let's drop some people off. Oh, hey, there's our rental property. About a week from now, people are going to be flooding in there. So, alright, let's let people out. Alright, that was like almost half the bus got off. There after the neighborhood, there's like one or two stops we gotta make on the way to the bus depot. So, that's that, but let's just get rolling. I'll finish off the stops in the neighborhood, and I'll let you know when we get out into the suburbs. Alright, this is the second to last stop. Let's let everybody out. We're kind of in an odd location here. It's kind of in a little, it's a plant here, but up the hill, if you hike up the hill, there's a campground. So a bunch of people are going up to the campground. That's why I was dropping a bunch of people off here. All right, we got one more stop to make, and then we're heading back to the bus depot. All right, this is the last stop. Attention passengers, this is the last stop on the bus line. Hop off now. Okay, the bus is empty, guys. And don't worry, I did a last check. It is completely empty. So, hold on. Let's just pop a quick little Yui. There we go. Now let's head back to the bus depot. It's only about a mile away from here. All right. All right, everyone. We are back. This bus is making some weird noises on the way back. So hopefully everything's okay. All right, let's throw this puppy in reverse. Let's back it in. I know it's pulled in, but they generally want you to back it in, so that's what we're gonna do. Those of you are wondering, that big shed is all of the rest of the buses they use on a regular basis, but people are in there servicing them right now. So this was the only bus. I am going to park up.